Hi, and welcome to the Monetize Your Mission Mastermind for Thursday, March 12th, 2026. Great to see all your shining faces here with us today. We're going to be talking all about turning your Substack into a revenue engine. And it all starts with what you're offering. So give me half a second and I'm going to share my screen. And hopefully all three of these screens are going to show up. So I think that will work. Ha! Think I did it. Um, can you all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So this is how these masterminds work. You're free to just jump in and ask questions as we're going along. We are going to be using a worksheet, and let me just get you the link for that uh, to move people. Um, ah, share. Okay. Others. To get you the link so you can come join me. And if you're watching the replay, I will make sure I put this, I'll attach it to the video so you all can see it. All right, so now I need to come over here to the chat and post this in the chat. Control V. If you guys will open that and make a copy, I didn't, here, I can change it so it'll just make you make a copy. With with these Google Docs, if you change edit to copy, it'll force the copy. Just a tip for you. I think I changed it, even though they look the same. The second one should just force you to make a copy. Um, and then we shall get started because we're going to be working through that worksheet as we're going along here. So the real problem most coaches that I run into have is that they know too much. You guys have so much life experience, business experience, all kinds of things that you've discovered, and
Just
you
gonna let
try,
that.
you try to teach them everything. And then your audience gets confused. So, so we're going to try to narrow that down today because people don't subscribe to you for your expertise. They just want to know what's in it for them. How are you going to change their life? So we're going to look at this from the problem transformation. We're going to create an offer, and the offer is going to drive your content, and your content will drive your revenue. Make sense to everybody?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start with the transformation. So does everybody have the worksheet opened up on the side here? Let me make it bigger so you can see what we're working with. Um, if you want to just fill in these spaces and if you want to have a little chat about it, I'm open to that too. But the first part is start with the change you help people create. So you want to complete these sentences. I help, and you're going to put in who you help, specific. You can even name them. Like my avatar is named Sarah Harmon. I don't know why, but that was just what Lumina, who I is commonly known as ChatGPT, came up with for me, who struggle with being visible. In my case, you put down what your people struggle with, and then you help them achieve, and that's the result that you're going to get them. In my case, I help people amplify their voice, monetize their mission, and get visible so they can. And then you're going to put down that thing that they really want. So in my case, it's so that you can attract premium clients because coaches struggle with visibility so that they can attract premium clients, right? You see how all that works? Yes, no? Are we working along here? Okay. Just making sure. Um, I do better with interaction. I'm okay. So now we're going to talk about the one problem, one solution. So what is the main struggle your audience wants help solving? Do you have that in your head? Because people don't buy coaching, they buy results. If they just want the answer to a question, they're going to go to AI these days. What they want is somebody that can help them know which questions to ask in order to get the results that they want to get. So the next step is to figure out, after they work with you, what tangible thing are they going to um, see? Usually it's tangible and measurable. So we're on to part 3. After working with me, people are able to, and then just write down the things that they're able to do after they work with you. And then we're going to talk about the simplest way you can help somebody get that outcome, whether it's one-on-one coaching or a group program or a workshop or intensive or a membership community or a course or consulting. So what would your simplest offer be? And should I go around and call in people? Marcia, how about you?
Yes.
What is your why don't you go ahead and tell us your I help people who struggle with achieve so they can statement. Do you have one of those?
Not yet, but I help people with their abilities, intuitive abilities,
Hmm.
so that they can get structure and start to trust their abilities when working.
Okay. Would you like some coaching around this?
Of course.
Okay, so what kind of people do you help specifically? Like I help
Uh,
coaches and spiritual entrepreneurs. Guess I can help
no,
everybody, but those are the people
de-
I'm after.
okay, developing mediums,
Okay, I help developing mediums who struggle with.
uh, uh, fuzziness, or unclear messages, or I
Trusting their
don't know.
intuition,
It's too wide.
trusting their,
Um,
I don't know how to say the downloads that they're getting.
yes, yes. Trusting their ability to get the knowledge when working, or step into the working state.
Mm. I'm not going to do this right here because I'm sharing everything that
Okay.
I've got on my screen.
Okay.
But
Yes.
what I would suggest you do is take all of those um, descriptions and
Yes.
ask AI, what is a simple way of formulating this um, this message that I would like to create, and just copy and
Yes.
paste this from the worksheet. I help
Yeah.
um, uh, budding mediums who struggle with and get it to tell you what to put in those spaces because
Yeah.
it can come up with these words that we're struggling with, right?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you
All
so much.
right. How about you, Tracy?
Let me get back to mine. uh, okay, so it was going a little fast for me, so I actually didn't get to part 2. I had to skip over it because you were already on part 4.
Okay.
Um, but part 1 is I help spiritually curious people
Mhm.
who struggle with depression, anxiety, traditional skills, not being present, um, achieve, and this is where I'm a little bit lost between achieve and so they can, but I want to say connection, but that's not really it. Um, Achieve. Oh my God. I don't, I guess bringing magic and folklore into their day-to-day life. But that's not really,
I want to say transparency because that's what like comes to me, but that's not it either.
no,
I know
right,
what you're struggling to get.
right. Um,
Again, are you opposed to asking ChatGPT about it?
no, I can do that. I'm just like when I think about like who struggle with, like that's the pain point. So
Hmm.
I wanted them to like I wanted to focus on what those feelings are, right? Because if I'm, doing spiritual work, it's not they're not developing a skill, although maybe they'll learn how to cook or whatever. But so that's why I focused more on the emotions. But
Hmm.
what they're achieving is like the I guess the ability. Yeah, it is an ability. It's the ability to bring um, magic into their day-to-day lives.
Recognize the magic that exists in their day-to-day lives
Yeah, yeah, I like that. So they can find deeper connections to their ancestors, community, the land around them.
and maybe even themselves.
Hmm. Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with not being present, like, you know,
Hmm.
checking out. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I like it. I like what you're doing too. I know what you're doing. How about you, Vinaya? And it's so good to see you. I haven't seen you in 12 forevers, as they say.
Forever. That's quite a while. I was coming late and I was a little bit needing to settle in, but basically what Tracy said is pretty much where I'm at. The pain point for people is like they don't know what to do.
Hmm.
They know that they don't fit into the story. And yeah, they don't know how to get out of it. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to connect with themselves.
Hmm.
So I help them with being more present and being more conscious, more aware. And what we
Okay.
achieve is basically freedom from oneself, meaning freedom from the story we've been told
Beautiful.
and all of that stuff, so that they really can create a life they envisioned before they came here, a life which is wow. Yeah, that's to the first point. And the core problem, I see that just down there at the bottom. I have not the
Hmm.
other open. Um, would be that we are supposed to be a certain way. Unfortunately, that doesn't work because we are all individuals. So that's a problem. I don't fit. I can't be like that. But also, I have no clue who I am or what I can be or how to get there. And that's where I help you. And the outcome is basically, damn, a wonderful, fantastic life. A little bit of a challenge to go through the story, but definitely possible. If some weird German guy was born in 54, there meditation was not even a word which was in the consciousness of people, can achieve that, then you can definitely do that too. And the core offer is basically assisting you in, yeah, it's one-on-one coaching really,
Okay.
because we are all different again. And
Hmm.
so for everybody, there is a different way to become more aware and conscious. Yeah.
I like that. I think if you tighten it up in terms of like a specific group of people and you talk about helping people break out of the box that they find themselves in, because people wake up one day, usually later in life, and realize I'm not this person. I'm going through all of these motions and I hate my life because it's just not me. And I didn't come here to be like this. I came here to be something else. And I know that you help them recognize themselves and their mission for being here. So I think if you tightened it up, I think you're spot on to something.
Cool.
Okay, Julie, you're up. And it's good to see you too. I haven't seen you in a while either.
Hi. I I do exactly the same thing Vinaya does, except I do it for high achieving women who want to leave a legacy behind. They want to make a meaningful impact, and they find that being who they are, they're not doing that. And so they need to reconnect with their, I say, their inner child and find out who they truly really are and then determine what they want to do in life.
Okay, so you've got the I help high achieving women who
Right.
struggle with, um, would you say anxiety around being trapped? Or,
Um, yeah, it's partly that. It's just like they wake up one day and they say, well, what am I really doing here? I'm not happy. This doesn't fit me. This doesn't fit who I truly am. But yet
Mhm,
they've forgotten who they truly are. So they need to revisit who they need to find out who they really are and then figure out, you know, what are the obstacles to um how I can really be who I really want to be and then
mhm.
move forward.
Okay, so we need to get that tightened down to like something you could say in a minute.
Oh, okay.
I
So,
mean, so
all right. So
all of this needs to be like really tight.
what I really say, what I say now is
Mhm,
I partner with high achieving women who want to reconnect with their true purpose,
mhm,
without, um, reconnect with their true purpose and leave a legacy of meaningful impact without sacrificing their current success or sabotaging their authentic selves.
mhm.
So that's what I say.
Okay. Um, it hits all the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the core problem? I think we talked about the core problem being
Yeah,
that they're struggling with identity,
right.
but they don't want to change who they are or what they're doing. So after after they work with you, what's the result that they get?
They are reconnected with who they truly are and they feel happier and more fulfilled in their life.
Is there something that you can, some way you can present that it could be tangible and measurable? So
I don't
I
know.
I
That's
know
not
it's
a
really
really
hard.
tangible thing. Yeah. It's it's deep transformation. It's not, you know, you can't put a money figure on it. Um you can't put anything measurable on it. because they're really not, they're actually giving up the ego, which is the measurable part, and going within, truly, totally within. And the only way you can measure it is how you feel afterwards. It's how you feel within afterwards.
I think I'm going to suggest you sit with that for a while because
Uh-huh.
there there will come to you a something that everybody experiences on the other end
Uh-huh.
that they can say, "Oh yeah, okay, so that worked." And it just, like I said, sit with it for a little while and see if you can um see if it doesn't come to you. I believe that it
Okay.
will, and I believe that there is something that people do notice when they're done,
Mm-hmm.
even if it's just an awareness of something in their
Well,
life.
that's how I can measure it. I mean, as I went through the experience,
Hmm.
it's the awareness. It's it's realizing what really matters. You know, that's really what it is. But I don't know how to put that in any kind of sort of tangible um
I think
outcome.
I think you too, if you will take this whole worksheet and have a conversation with ChatGPT and just
Okay.
data dump into the AI, because even if like I like to like click the microphone and just talk and I
Yeah.
ramble and
Yeah.
it says, "Oh, these are the main categories that you're talking about here," and I'll sort it all out and I'll give you an answer. And
Yeah.
you may find that you do it a couple times, but you will find that you'll find that piece right there that you can say this and people who need you will say, "Oh yeah, I need that help."
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well,
that's
you
what we're
know
really
what?
going for here.
I mean, chat knows me.
Mhm.
Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Chat knows me. And so basically, I could probably just ask it, can you give me a tangible outcome to what I provide? I guess something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going to be like, "Oh, I never even thought of that." Oh,
Yeah.
maybe you won't, but I know when I do that, I'm like, "Oh yeah. Huh."
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'd encourage everybody to just take the whole worksheet and stick it in your favorite AI and just see what it has to say. You don't have to use it, but sometimes it'll spark other threads for you to travel down to give you more clarity around what you're trying to tell people, and so that the people that you're calling to can recognize you or recognize themselves in what you're saying, which is the ultimate goal in marketing. You want people to feel like they're connected, they trust you, and you get them, right?
Yep.
Okay, Kelly, you're up, girlfriend.
Can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Okay. Um, I help women navigating mental, emotional, and health challenges, or wait, I've started over. I help women navigating mental, emotional, or health challenges and struggle with overwhelm, achieve clarity, purpose, and confidence so that they can reclaim control and joy in their everyday life.
I like it. I like it
Okay,
a lot.
so then you wanted to know the after working with me?
Mhm.
Is that what the next thing was? So, after working with me, people are able to reconnect with themselves, set healthy boundaries, release self doubt, and step confidently into a life that they truly love.
Yep. Clear, tangible. The set
I've been
boundaries
working
part
on
is
that stuff for a couple months, so I knew where you
good
were going with that
job.
one. I
All
think
right.
I
And do you know
cheated, but
it all counts. Everybody's in a different space.
Yeah.
when it comes to developing this, and you're never done. It'll always
Oh, no, no.
keep
But I mean, I feel
evolving.
like I kind of have that nailed at this point anyway.
Yeah, that's great. Do you know what format you think you're going to be focusing on? Is it going to be group program, one-on-one coaching, workshops,
Um,
membership?
my membership group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be really good. And JP, are you at work? Can you talk? Never sure. Ooh, I like trusting their readings. Tracy, that's a good one. That's for um Marja.
Yes.
I think Tracy was putting trusting their readings in here for you as a thought for what you help them with. I think JP is at work and can't really talk right now. So um if I'm wrong, just hop in there, JP. But otherwise, we're gonna think that's what's going on with you. So hold on. Where Substack fits into all of this is that it's a place where you build trust, you can teach from it, you can build relationships, and it's an invitation channel for the next step that people can take with you, whether it's to come to your group, to schedule an appointment with you, to download something that you're offering them, to buy a course. It's the space where you put your content so that they can know, like, and trust you and take further action with you. So we're now going to talk about the content bridge. And the content bridge is what you're going to be using to help people um, understand how you can help them. And the way we do this is I like to teach people to have 4 or 5 buckets on their Substack and or their YouTube channel, but you want to fill those buckets, but they need to be under the main umbrella of solving the problem, a piece of the problem, the answer to why somebody needs to do something or make a change or identify with the problem that you're going to solve for them. You don't necessarily need to solve all of their problems in your content, but you can solve pieces of the problem. And for more clarity around that, they can take further action with you. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so I want you to come up with 5 topics that naturally lead people towards your offer. And one way to do that is to do a timeline. Um, you just draw a line on a piece of paper and then you put this is where we're beginning and this is the end result that they're going to achieve. And all of the little bits that go between where they are now and where they want to be. And you can use those as your big topics and you can make people aware of them and help them, spark in their own mind, oh yeah, I do have that problem. um I want to know more. Click the button, they're knowing more. Click the button, they're subscribing. Click the button, they're joining your community, or buying your product. That's how you structure it. So shall we stop here for just a second and kind of go around the room again and maybe see what y'all are thinking in terms of your topic button or buckets? Let's start with you, Tracy, because you're in that first spot on my on my screen.
Yeah, and this is something that I've been struggling with all along, which has been part of the slowdown in me actually putting those courses up.
Mhm.
Um, so I think that, wait, I'm going to go back to my sheet. So this is, okay, so what's getting people to their outcome? Okay, so I can teach people, and I'm really thinking mostly courses is what my offer is going to
Mhm.
be, and also joining my community, just so that's clear. Um, I think that it will be courses around um, changes that people can make in order to better position themselves for
Mhm.
allowing that spiritual side of them. So it'll be things like, here's how to get out of your own way with your spiritual practice. Here's how to uh, have allow yourself to have a daily practice in ways that fit into your life. And so those are the kinds of things that I'm thinking. And I'm still kind of, fleshing them out. And then, talk about why stories affect us the way we do, how we learn through folklore and stories, and why stories are powerful, why we tell them, and what those stories mean to us, and maybe even a course on having people write their own stories and rewrite their own stories, because we we don't have to believe stories that anyone is telling us, even if it's us telling ourselves. And so that's the path I'm going down.
I like that. I have a suggestion for you, and this is actually Allie Davidson did this with ChatGPT. She downloaded her book transcript and had ChatGPT go through it and give her it creates notes for her. It creates topic button or buckets for her.
Yeah,
Um,
I've already done that with like subjects. And
mhm,
you know that I've got a lot of reservations about AI. And
mhm.
so I was like, okay, if it's pulling from my book and it's the subjects, but I feel strongly that I really need to write it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just like give you some ideas on where to start, but it also gives the machine information about you quickly, so you don't have to keep telling it stuff. And it can just be a resource document that it
Hmm.
refers to versus you having to do
Right.
so much work around it.
Yeah, no, I,
And
I hear you. I tried. I've tried it. I was actually thinking about going to Claude and trying it in Claude and seeing, because so many people are saying Claude is better than ChatGPT now, but I don't know if that's just SEO and algorithm wise, or if it's overall better.
and I'm using all of them now. If I can find them, I'm using them. And I'll use them against each other,
Hmm.
or I'll combine information and take it to different ones and say, hey, work with this. And I only have one paid subscription, but I'm not sure if I'll continue that paid subscription because I like having all of them out there
Hmm.
and being able to, some are more appropriate than others for different things that you're doing. Like Gemini is really great for YouTube. It's
Okay.
Google.
Hmm. Yeah.
They're gonna give you much better advice than ChatGPT does.
Hmm.
So I just uh, I encourage people to use AI, but don't get married to one or another.
Hmm.
Um, Julie, your next step.
Well, I from my book, there's a lot of topics that I can pull from. And currently, I'm actually creating a 6-week course on discovering the authentic self. So, what does it mean? What does it mean to be, authentic? So that's one of the topics.
Mhm,
Um, Topic of what does it mean to find your true purpose? That's another topic.
mhm,
Um, Uh, then I can pull from the positive intelligence stuff I work with. And mindfulness also is
Mhm.
another thing that I pull from. So I've got all the topics, and I've done all that in, social media. I posted on a lot of those topics. So I mean, I've got the topics.
Perfect.
Yeah,
And it's really just tying your topics and then making the offers.
right,
Make
right.
sense?
Yes.
All right, Kelly. How about you?
Okay. Let me see here. I just wrote this down on this paper. Okay. So my topics, I actually have six.
Okay.
Identity, self-worth, boundaries, emotional resilience, purpose and alignment, and that also includes habits and practical tools
Mhm.
to do all
I
those things.
love it. Right. Right on time. All right, Vinaya.
Well, I haven't thought about that yet.
Okay.
Would go into the direction what Kelly just said.
Mhm.
It sounds pretty good. Like, yeah, yeah. I have to think about it.
Okay. No, no pressure. No pressure.
Um,
All right, we're gonna go down here. I think we got everybody. JP, I'm still just assuming you're at work and you can't chat, so we're not trying to exclude you here. All right. And then we're going to talk about monetizing all of this, which is coaching clients for one-on-one workshops, paid subscribers, affiliate partnerships, and courses. And once you know what your buckets are, what your core offer is and what your buckets are, then you can start creating content that moves people to take the next step with you. So if you're trying to get one-on-one coaching clients, all of your content needs to push towards taking action with you in terms of what's in it for them. Why should they want to click this button and schedule an appointment with you? Why should they want to buy your course? What what immediate thing are they going to see a result with? And and if you know what you're driving them to, it makes a big difference. So if you're you can make a push for um doing one-off things, but if you have a consistent path from, this is where people first, they call it a funnel. This is where people are first introduced to you, then they see your content, which gives them an option to learn more about you and what you're doing and who you are. And then they can take a next step. Sometimes it's going to be an easy free step that they're going to give up an email address for. Sometimes it's going to be something more more elaborate, like a call to connect with you and have a conversation with you, or a free workshop that you could hold, or a paid workshop that you could hold. I mean, these are all different options that are out there, and and different things that you can add into your content. Make sense? Okay. So here we're going to do the final clarity statement. My Substack exists to help, and then you're going to insert your group of people that it's there to help solve the problem that you want to solve for them so they can, and you're going to put what great stunning result they're going to get. And then you're going to identify your primary offer. Make sense? Should I go around the room again? Or do you guys need more time to think about this? Julie, your microphone's
Sure,
open.
sure. Okay. My Substack exists to help high achieving women solve their solve
Identity problem.
the missing piece in the puzzle of their life.
I would suggest identity problem.
Right. Solve their identity problems so they can that's what we have to work on with chat. But basically reconnect with their authentic self and lead a more happy and fulfilling life. And my primary offer will be one-to-one coaching with me.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I know that you're putting your podcast together. Have you started it yet? Have you launched it?
Not yet, not yet. I'm doing it with another person and
Mhm.
we're working on it together. So we're like up to day 7, I think, of the magic, podcast
Podcast launch.
launch magic. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm here for you. But when you get to
Okay.
the part where you're setting up your template for the podcast presentation,
Yeah, okay.
there'll be a space in there, and you might want to keep all of this close by because it will
Hmm.
help you put that together, the quick statement.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Kelly, you're up.
Okay, so this is essentially the same as the other sentence. Am I
Uh-huh.
correct? I
Yep.
mean, we just kind of reworded it a little bit. So,
Hmm.
my Substack exists to help women who feel stuck, overwhelmed, or unseen solve self-doubt, low confidence, and unclear direction so that they can reclaim their identity, build self-worth, and create a life they love through my membership program.
Love it. And so your primary offer will be the membership program.
Yes.
And you're going to go with the paid tiers.
On the membership, or what are you
Mhm.
talking about?
Yeah, on the membership.
Yeah.
Good, good. I think that's going to be really good for you. All right, Vinaya.
All right. My Substack exists to help anybody who knows that they have a much more, no, I have to, God, helps people to, or exists for people who are curious if there is life outside the box.
Yeah, I like that because it is a group of people.
Yeah,
Because that's your Substack is just to help this group of people that wonders if there's life outside the box.
yeah.
Solve
And
the problem that
solve the problem that they doubt, that
Mhm.
they really try to fit, and knowing in the background that doesn't work, but they go on doing that for various reasons. We want to be
Mhm.
accepted, and loved, and all of that. So they can really be alive.
I actually like that a lot. And so what's your primary offer going to be? To a call?
Well, it would be a one-on-one and or workshops,
Okay.
intensive in person.
And
So
would you charge for the workshops? Do you need to like talk to them first or are you just gonna have
that would be a workshop with my partner, and yes, there's a charge for that. Yes, definitely.
okay. So
I would
so
have advertised both separate, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So would you want to have conversations with them first?
When somebody is interested in a 5 MEO retreat, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there needs to be a conversation, there needs to be a medical intake, there needs to be
Mm-hmm.
preparation. It's a whole big story, actually.
Okay. So you just need to figure out how you're going to set up the next step for them and then constantly be driving them to the next step.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I get everybody? I think, oh, Tracy had to hop off because she had another thing she had to do this afternoon. And I
Oh,
would like to invite you all to a client acquisition audit at thecoachesalchemist.com. And you can spell coaches any way you want. I think I've got them all covered. I had to buy a bunch of domains because I spelled it so it was supposed to have an apostrophe, but you can't put an apostrophe in there. So other things like to spell it with an E, CHOACHES, alchemist.com. They'll all work. And I know a number of you have actually already taken me up on this. And you're welcome to come back. I love chatting with you guys. So, anybody have questions about what we've covered? How to incorporate them into what you're doing?
Okay, I didn't
Thoughts?
realize my mic was still on. But that last sentence, okay, what we
Mhm.
recreated from the first sentence, um, is that what we put on our Substack or like for the description or what or is this just our own mission statement that we just need to keep in our mind?
It can be both. As far as for your Substack, it might actually be a really good statement for your publication side,
Right.
whereas your biography side is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more about who you are.
Right. And I have a statement about who I am already.
Hmm.
But yeah, that was my question. If I should put that in as my description because I don't have one in there, but I don't really want to say my Substack exists, blah blah blah. That kind of sounds goofy.
Yeah.
So I need to probably reword that somehow.
Hmm.
But um
AI.
anyway, yeah.
In fact, really, you can take the whole worksheet and stick it into AI and say, "Hey, what do you think this should be?" And don't just take its word for it. Maybe you use several AIs and
Yeah.
see what the different options are, and go with the one or the combination of them that feels, human to you. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
Sure. Anybody else want to throw in last comments?
Just all good. Thank you. And now I need to brainstorm.
Benaya, are you in our community, our school community?
I don't know.
Um, I'd love to invite you. It's school.com, SKOOL dot
Hang
com
on.
/ YOU dash world dash order. And it's free to join. And we do have daily note boosts in there where you can put the link to your notes or any comment or content that you're creating over there. And we all kind of support it and comment on it. And it gets some little momentum going around your Substack.
Nice.
And you'll
And
meet other people. And I think you're going to love JP. He's always posting the greatest notes. I look forward to them every day.
can you put that into this chat? Because
Sure.
before I was ready to write it down, you were already done.
School.com, you world order. There we go. You can just click on
You-
that and open it up in a different
Yeah,
window.
cool.
All right. So you got it? I can close this now.
Got it.
Okay. Any thoughts, Julie, before we go?
no, I'm good. I'm glad I'm glad you gave me that idea about asking Chad about tangible outcomes. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited to find out what it is. So
Okay,
pop
I'll
back in
let
the
you.
community and let me know, okay?
Okay,
All right, everybody. If we're all good, we're gonna end this one for this time. Thanks for all the hearts. I love those. And we'll see you next Thursday for the next Monetize Your Mission Mastermind. Bye, all. Oh, Dad, you jumped on at the
I
last minute.
did. I did at the very last minute. Yeah, my day got discombobulated and all the good stuff. Um, I have a request for a monetize your. We tried to go live on Substack and we couldn't do it. So
Okay.
if you wanted to do something somewhere along that about like how to go live, that would be awesome. I know you, I, or if you did, if you want to point me in the right direction, that would be awesome.
Um, I didn't do it, and I'm happy to do one. But I'm also, if you've got time right now,
Hmm.
I'll go grab my phone and we can do it.
That's right. It's through the phone. You can't do it through the computer.
Yeah. Did I just solve your problem for you?
You totally just solved it because I think we both tried to go through the computer. Um,
Yeah, you have to use your phone.
yeah, that's so annoying.
It is.
It looks so much better on my computer. So,
And if you have an iPad or an
mhm.
Apple computer, you can go live on your computer.
Oh, okay. Because
There,
I do have an Apple. So,
you should be able to go.
hmm.
An Apple computer,
Mm-hmm.
you should be able to go live, I think, on Apple.
Mm.
I don't know. I know I have to go live on my phone.
Okay.
It's
And now that you say that, it reminds me that when we did go live on our I went on my phone and yeah. Um, I will do that differently next time.